Somebody put me in the pilot seat of an Apache gunship, and I've been cleared hot to engage the enemy in whatever manner I see fit. Yes, guns, rockets, shoot, they even attached a grappling hook to this thing so I can pick them up, pick up explosive barrels, enemy troops, whatever, and fling them across the battlefield because this game has some pretty satisfying physics. Let's check it out and see if we can use this to defeat an enemy fighter jet. Well, here we are. We're in command of what looks like a longbow Apache, and this game is awesome, for the record. So here we are taking off from what looks like a cruiser. Oh, excuse me, sir. High five. And our objective in this first mission is to destroy the enemy communications, and obviously they're gonna be protected by these guys, the antagonists. But don't worry, we have a wide assortment of weapons. Now, like those rockets, our machine gun here, and I can use my little grappling hook to like get more supplies that is going to be strewn around the map. But here, take a look. I love this. Physics! Destructible buildings! This is glorious! And like, look at this. All these barrels explode. So there's sort of like different ways that you can approach each sort of defensive position that the enemy's going to be taking on. We've got our little mini map in the bottom right there, and it's going to tell us where the enemies are as well as where the supply drops are. Because if you look in the bottom left, we've got a limitation on our ordnance, right? Even the machine gun, or I guess it's like sort of autocannon in a way, it feels pretty beefy. You're thinking what I'm thinking? Fire the rocket, destroy the tower, watch the two guys fly up in the air, and die. And it's awesome. Oh, but the enemy's got a couple of different weapon systems, like missiles that seek on you. And now, if you can be pretty elusive, you're able to dodge them, which is fun. Oh my gosh, I didn't even hit the tower there, but the concussive blast from the rocket knocked the two guards off the tower. So let's see what happens when we start a little chain reaction. Oh, look, they've got a tank. I feel like Boromir in the Mines of Moria when it's like, they've got a cave troll, except they've got a tank, but it's dead now. So there we go. One out of the two communications towers by the enemy are destroyed. Thematically, it seems like this might be like Vietnam War. I'm not entirely sure, but looks like the North Vietnamese are pretty kitted. Now, I'm carrying this crate, and I'm not entirely... Wait a minute. Could I use this as, like, a weapon to drag? Can I hit stuff? Because that would be cool. What about... I just meant... Hold on. I gotta do that again. We gotta try to go bowling. I didn't know this was possible. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're picking up... Does that mean I can pick up explosive crates? Explosive barrels? And I can physically use it to... All right, well, if I was a little bit more accurate... That would have been awesome. But you see the possibilities of this game, considering we already have, like, destructible terrain and, like, some pretty decent physics. Now, you see that thing? That looks like a Katyusha rocket launcher, doesn't it? So it's firing unguided rockets, rather, and they're firing bunches. And honestly, I'm just absolutely loving the rocket pods, like, that I have. The rockets in this game in general are awesome. And look at that. Look at the cute little Katyusha flying up. All right. Now, we did lose a little bit of health. I think the game in the demo is relatively forgiving because our health is pretty solid. Hello there, guards in the tower. It sure would be a shame if I were to just, you know, blow it up. So, let's see, can I pick this up? I can pick up the Katyusha rocket. And right now, I lost the rocket pod itself. Oh, I just got a guy. We went bowling. I need to find more ordnance. This is just too funny. Now, some things I can pick up, some things I can't. When you're out of ideas, just remember, you got guns. All right, hold on. Hey, guys, come on out. We're going to play a little game called Me Bowl, You Die. Woo! Oh, a little bit too high. So we'll go back to the machine gun. I'm going to call it machine gun. Okay, listen, they're both synonymous as far as I'm concerned. And it's got, ooh, little guy in the tower. It's got such a beefy sound and feel to it that it's incredibly satisfying. And rockets against towers are just the way to go. And we can always just get like, wait, excuse me, sir, that's rude. Now, it can't destroy buildings as well. Oh my gosh. Oh, I thought I was chewing through that for a second. That's not the case. I think I need to use explosives. That's one thing I would love to see in this beautiful game right now. Hello there, radar tower, you're gone. Is the ability to use my chain gun. I've literally called it 3 different things so far. Ignore the warnings and rescue your friend. Travis, Skyhook, return to base. Sorry, buddy, I've got my friend out there, and we've good old insubordination of higher leadership right there. Disregarding the chain of command. Does that mean I'm gonna turn into like a rogue? Oh man, look at this. This is a very, very fun and satisfying demo. I think the key to a game like this is like how good it feels. Enemy jet, that's gonna be interesting. So who wins, an Apache or an enemy jet? Well, it sure depends. If they can get off the airfield or not, I guess is the key. Oh, wait a minute. Did you see how the UI went away for a second there? Yeah, I was gonna say that was intentional. 34 years later? What just happened? Here I am, the disgruntled. Congratulations, you won. I'm sorry, did it just say that I won a little bird? And so now I'm buying an attack helicopter as like sort of a vagrant out in the desert in my little trailer, in my Bronco. Okay, this is not where I was expecting this game to go. I thought we were gonna continue fighting in like the Vietnam War or maybe the Cold War, but now here we are. So I can pick up my car if I wanted to. I should leave it here. I mean, I might need that later, you know, for story purposes. Get the chickens in the coop. You have gotta be kidding me. Look at my little boost. So now I'm using a military-grade helicopter to pick up chickens with a grappling hook? This game is weird in sort of a very charming way. Hello, Mr. Chicken. Now, I can't see this chicken because of this. Woo! There we go. Oh, whoops. I accidentally knocked over the neighborly water tower, but, you know, I've got 2 chickens in a coop, so you can't get mad at me. I'm the good guy here, clearly. Yeah, this game took a turn for the weird, but it's fun. There's the 4th chicken. Wait a minute. How am I supposed to block them? Get the chickens into the coop, but how? All right, what if I drop it right on the building? Well, oh my God, it died. All right, we'll drop altitude a little bit. Actually, we gotta raise it up and then drop. Hey, get rid of the old fuel tank. Oh! Whoops. Well, that technically did the job, right? All right, so I've got to be extremely careful with this. I cannot increase my elevation because it's too heavy. Okay, that's exciting. What's the worst that could happen? This thing blows up and we all die? Yes, that is the worst thing that could happen. Oh, that tree. Unfortunately, there's this old tank in the way. Oh, snap. Okay. All right, well, we're just gonna go around the farm. Oh, man. I love how this thing still has its miniguns on it, on like the sides there. But there's the fuel tank delivered. Please don't fall over and blow up. So now there's people maybe collecting rent. Well, where do you want them? Because I got them. They got machine guns. Pick up the stolen truck and return it to the junkyard. You got it. Sorry, guys. Guys, GTA 6 is out and this is what it looks like, all right? Here's your truck. Can I use these blades to, like, you know, chippity chop these guys? Yes. The answer is yes. Woo! This guy just went airborne. Oh my gosh. So now we gotta find our truck, which according to the mini-map says it's right here. All right, where are we going? So now we're delivering our truck after, I mean, totally destroying 2 people, right? Like, does that mean I'm an outlaw, a vigilante? Now, if I press M, do I get an overview? No, I do not. So I actually don't know where I really need to go with this, other than, like, you know, on the other side of this mountain, which is proving problematic. Oh, gosh. Okay. I don't think it wants me in a dust storm. So now I gotta go through Beggar's Canyon here. And voila! Oh, is this my base hidden carefully in the mountains? All right, so we're back at our base here. Enemies killed, it says 0, but I don't think that's entirely true. Tommy needs help with a much bigger problem. Look at all these dudes with guns, they got 4-wheelers, and it looks like I'm gonna go bowling. Well, we gotta defend the salvage yard, right? Hey, this is Tommy, and I got some problems that clearly the only thing that can help it is a military-grade helicopter with a grappling hook. You know, there's something called calling the police or being a decent citizen, but, like, who needs to do that when we got an attack helicopter, eh, Travis? All right, so defend this, right? Okay. They're coming down from the north there, buddy. Well, where are they at then? Throw explosive items, pick up and ram. Discover this one on your own. It looks like get really low and helicopter blade them. So this is gonna be interesting. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. And goodbye. Well, okay. Hey, you guys are getting a little too close. Choppy, choppy, chop. Yeah, choppy, chop. All right, I gotta go back and get another piece of explosive. Eventually, I'll get this, because effectively what I'm doing is sort of like turning myself into an airborne trebuchet. That's the way I like to think about it. Woohoo! I got some of them. Plow! Plow! Ooh! Okay, well, I accidentally blew myself up, but I know that there's some medical crates that I'm going to be able to use here, and voila. So, guys, what do you think of this game? Because I feel like when it comes out, because this is just a Steam Next Fest demo, like, I'm hoping I get to do more combat missions, because that was really, really fun. This is cute and all. Are these big explosives? Yeah, I want some of those. Yeah, woo! Okay, that's not very good. And we got green tracer rounds. I picked up one of them. Oh, that was perfectly placed.
Damn, they're coming in hot.
And all right, can I use that guy to throw at the other guy? Oh, there's a bunch more attacking from the other side there. What is this, Tommy and Travis? Oh man, there's actually quite a few on the minimap. All right, so let's see. And no, biscuits and gravy.
Okay,
that was not very good. But that was. All right, now they're getting into the base over here, and there is one guy left alive. Get out of the base. This is just like old school, like arcade style games, man. I don't think I've ever played a game quite like it, especially not with like the physics and destructible terrain, like in the modern sense, but who's the stranger? I want to save. Yes, I want ammunition. Oh my gosh, I can finally use guns again. But the fact that like you have a limitation on ammo and you can run out of it and then have to rely on, you know, your grappling hook is a pretty fun little mechanic to the game. Or rather, I guess it's more of a design choice. Desert Mike! Wait, is that my old commander? I'm pretty sure that's my old commander. Oh, sweet. So the Apache had like a heavier hitting, faster and slower firing gun. And this thing is just incredibly satisfying, like twin firing miniguns. Our ammunition is pretty dang decent. Okay. Every time I destroy something, he's like, you just blew up something I'm still paying off to the man. And boom. Hey, stop blowing up my base. Jeez. You have to think that like in real life, people like, excuse me, 911, I have reports. 45 enemies killed. I've got reports of a military-grade helicopter with twin miniguns chewing up a bunch of dudes on ATVs armed with Kalashnikovs. Whoa, I didn't even see these guys. All right, so we're gonna be flying through this rather beautiful. I always appreciate when a game really does the color of the water in a charming way. And this is a very, very pretty way. Oh, rockets. Yeah, where did they get missiles from? Hold on, can I? Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do. Woo! Oh, wait, he just, sir, I wanted to land my giant container, 40-foot container on top of a dude. Wait, that guy's still alive. All right, bud. You have evaded capture for too long. So there was some health over here as well as two little enemies. Whoop! Dodging these missiles is a little bit of an art. I wanted to throw this at a missile launcher. If I pull that off, I would call that the dub. Ooh! Nothing to see here, guys. I'm the best there is. Woo! All right. I can't really fire through the water, which is hilarious. The things we do for fun. Gosh. And I'm pretty sure you can actually, like, shoot down the missiles that are coming at you. Let's see. Let's test it out. Okay. Well, maybe we can't. All right. There's some more health over here. There's missiles coming from up here, it felt like. Or was that just one of the ones from earlier? Let's get some health real quick as we get green tracer fire from across the way. Little dudes with the Kalashnikovs. You know what? Are these not the enemies that I've been dealing with in the first little starter mission? I'm playing with mouse and keyboard, but I think I would probably enjoy this a lot better with a controller. Just for like how easier it would likely be to control this craft. It seems rather intuitive to do it that way. All right, I swear, we are gonna pull this off one of these days. I should be expecting a missile silo soon. Thought I heard an explosion over here. Are you over here? No?
I could use a little nap.
I like this guy's accent. I could use a little nap. All right, we've reached the landing spot. I've landed perfectly on my container. And it's nighttime now. Tell me I got night vision. Where's my night vision? I just pressed N and we do not have night vision. I guess when you work at like a scrapyard. Warning. Whoa! Okay, we got a big old base. Oh, what are these? What are those? Unbelievable. Okay, so some of those infantry have like some pretty powerful weaponry. Are those? Yeah, I was gonna ask if those things are still gonna try to sneak on me. I don't need the meds just yet, so we'll just keep going. I miss my rocket pods from my Apache. Little Bird's fun, but Apaches are cooler. Like, let's be honest. We all know. Now, if I could use other things like the Heinz, the Russian helicopters, and that's like big and sluggish, but armed to the gills. Not that helicopters necessarily have gills, but that would be satisfying to have like a lot of different helicopters. All right, so the situation is as such. I've got these targets and I have to use miniguns for them. There's got to be a better way. Is there not explosive barrels lying around? I haven't seen any like explosive barrels that I can use just yet. Yeah, there's nothing that goes boom around here. I'm gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way, I guess. Destroy the enemy armories? Ah, and destroy the turrets protecting the base. Well, where's the last turret? Now, on the radar, there's one much further away, but that seems like not quote-unquote protecting the base if it's way out here. I guess it's protecting the entrance. Okay, easy peasy. Maybe I didn't go in the front door. I think I went in the back door, and that's why we ended up where we were. So at this point, they're telling me, head on out of the canyon. So that's exactly where we're gonna go. I tell you what, man, having to go from an Apache to the Little Bird, it should have gone the other way around. Oh, snap. Look at how good the lighting is on the water. Woo! Okay. Okay, we got lots of lasers. Ooh! Jeez. What kind of plane is that? This thing's gonna be chasing me all night, isn't it? Ooh! I kind of like ran into it. Somehow, I didn't take any damage. I think it's because I was using the shift, which is sort of like evasion. I can't tell what kind of plane that is, and I wish I could. Oh, that's its guns, and it should fly by right after it. This is kind of cool, man. Dude, it flies by so fast. Like, can anyone make it out? Some kind of a MiG?
Where the hell they get a jet?
I'm out of the range of it, and it still hit me. Oh, there we go. I just saw it. I'm gonna have to use like a freeze frame or something. Because sometimes I see the shadow, sometimes I don't see it. Like, the first thing that you'll encounter is the guns that it's firing. It looked like it has twin engines. I really have no idea. I'm gonna assume it was similar to the model that we saw earlier on the airfield in Vietnam. Oh, that looked like a, is that F-15? What is it? I have not a clue. All right, we have escaped, but I mean, I tell you what, if this is 14 enemies killed, a minute 57, and that's the end of the demo for Cleared Hot. You can wishlist it on Steam as part of the Next Fest. If you want to see me play more when this comes out, pull the trigger on the like button and let me know. I'll see you in the next one.